Hello Power Rangers Lightning Collection fans, and welcome to the next chapter of the Lightning Library, I think. I don't know. This is maybe a Lightning Collection entry, who knows? But today I figured it would be the perfect time to look at one of the greatest entries. Oh, so good. I mean, everything I'm saying today is perfectly serious because, today is the most serious day of the year for sure. We're taking a look at the Power Rangers Lightning Collection Zeo Megazord 12-inch figure that is not in the Lightning Collection, but also is totally not in the Lightning Collection and in the Lightning Collection at the same time. Who knows? Whatever. This thing doesn't even fit in the station. It's stuck there, so we're just gonna rest him there. Or he'll just fall, So we have the Zeo Megazord Figure Box. Highly posable. Très articulé. Now this is very reminiscent of the original 1996 Bandai packaging, which is, I'm assuming, obviously what they were going for here. The Zeo Megazord does not just have one helmet, it has 5, one from each Zeo Ranger's Zord, to imagine giving it different powers to use in combat against the forces of to imagine giving it different powers. What does that even mean? It does give it different powers, doesn't it? I don't know. But there's a nice picture of the Zeo Megazord figure there. And, well, here he is. The origins of this strange release stem from the same 4chan leak in January 2020 that had the Psycho Ranger Team Pack listed. All this said was that a Lightning Collection Zeo Megazord would be coming, but not much in specifics. The day after New York Toy Fair ended in February, a picture of a row of price tags would leak out from Toys R Us Canada that listed a Power Rangers Zeo Megazord 12-inch figure. Now many were wondering why this wasn't just revealed at the Toy Fair the day before, but it wouldn't be long until the figure was shown off in some capacity. A week after this price tag leak, the figure was shown off at a Toy Fair in Australia. This showed that an articulated figure of the Zeo Megazord, with giant rings and still retaining the helmet swap feature, would be released at some point. At first, it was unknown what this line was supposed to be, until a name tag listed it as an LC Zeo Megazord, which seemed to confirm it to be in the Lightning Collection, right? No details on any price or release information would be confirmed at this point, and over the next few months, the figure popped up on a few retailers here and there, and they were using the pet code name that stood for the Lightning Collection, so there seemed to be no reason to believe that it wouldn't be part of the Lightning Collection. However, many fans were disappointed in the figure's lack of transformation into the separate Zords, and the fact that it scaled with basically nothing in the line, so it was just going to sit there. Hasbro had still never said anything about the release for a long time, and then finally, on August 1st, the figure would pop up for sale in Singapore. Customers who purchased it gave us our first look at the box and interior, which seemed to be one of the first to work towards that removing plastic from packaging goal that Hasbro has set in mind. Now, nowhere on the box did the entry claim it was part of the Lightning Collection at all. On August 4th, In Demand Toys in the UK posted the promo pics of the figure, calling it the Lightning Collection Zeo Megazord. Back and forth, stores had it listed as Lightning, or they didn't have it listed as Lightning, and people didn't really know. Until finally, Hasbro announced the figure during Hasbro PulseCon at the end of September 2020, right before their Lightning Collection segment, and right at the end of their Retro segment. Which, of course, they finally put to rest that it was not in the Lightning Collection, right? Well, not really, since right after this announcement, the Power Rangers Twitter tweeted the link to Hasbro Pulse to purchase it, and the tweet said it was part of the Lightning Collection. Hasbro Pulse's site said it was not, and Entertainment Earth still calls it Lightning. But it is. But it isn't. Who knows anymore? So he comes with all 5 of the battle helmets, but here I have the Zeo Ranger 5 helmet on, and there is head articulation. You can go a full 360 with the head articulation with any of the helmets on, but that is pretty neat there. You get these gigantic wings, which you can just unpeg and do what I do. Throw them onto the floor, pretend like they don't exist, because this is more accurate right here. Now you have a nice gold paint all around on everything that is gold, so it's there on the Taurus horns, it's there on the wrists, it's there on the shoulder pads, which these can kind of move to get out of the way. because he can move like that. In fact, we'll just go ahead and do the articulation really quick. So move out here a bit. This is going to be tricky. So we already did the head. His arms can move all around. They can do that. They can bend there. They can rotate right there. The wrist can turn. Nothing about the fingers move, just the wrist can turn. He can move kind of at the waist. It kind of clicks around. It's sort of a ball joint. He can rotate here for some reason. He can bend at the knee. And his foot are kind of movable, sorta. And then, yeah, that's about it with him. And we'll go ahead and start with Zeo Ranger 1's helmet, which can just go in there. And now he'll stand in the review station. But you can move the little gun turret if you want. I don't really know why you would, but you can move it around. That is something you can do. Unfortunately, unlike the deluxe toy from the 90s, there are no helmet storage on the back. So that is unfortunate. So you're going to just kind of have to find a place to put them. They're all like a rubbery material. Nothing too crazy there. You have Zeo Ranger 2's helmet. Yep, this one is not very show accurate, but it's there. And the little guns can move. Cool. Yeah, my personal favorite helmet, the one that I keep on the display because it's my favorite, the Zeo Ranger 3 helmet, the Pyramid, the one with the telekinesis. I really like that one a lot. For the next one, you pull off the bullhead there because that is the helmet, but they give you a separate piece for the helmet. There's that one. Oop, hey, not quite on. There we go. There's that one. And then, of course, I'm just going to put him in the pyramid hat to stand there because I just think it looks good. And then he does get the sword. The sword is very nicely painted and sculpted. You can't put it into his left hand, but you can slide it into his right, and then he can move it around and sword slash or whatever you want to do, if that is something that you want to do. And overall, it's not a bad figure. I just don't like it. And I could definitely see why a lot of people didn't buy it. I mean, it doesn't scale with like anything at all. Like, it just doesn't have anyone to fight. It's not transformable. It's technically, I think at one point in time it was supposed to be in the Lightning Collection, but then they just kicked it out and put it into the retro line. I don't know if it's because of the feedback to it not being able to transform or what happened, but I do think it was at one point in time considered to be a Lightning Collection figure, and if you look at it in that merit, it's not a bad figure. I think if you like the Zeo Megazord and you are just a big fan of Power Rangers Zeo, I can definitely recommend it because it is nice in terms of articulation and it just looks pretty. My gripes with it is just the high price point, the back and forth on if it's lightning or not. I just wish they would commit one way or the other. And then also, like, it doesn't scale with anyone. I don't mind the idea of us getting Megazord figures in the Lightning Collection, but I want them to be more like this. This is the Legacy Thunderosaurus Megazord Build-A-Figure. I want them to actually scale with at least the monster line. You can see here, here's King Sphinx from the monster line. He scales pretty nicely with the Legacy Build-A-Figures. We take the Legacy Build-A-Figure out of here, and it's like, well, that's not really gonna work, you know? So like, here's the Zeo Megazord scaled with a Lightning Collection monster figure. Here's the Zeo Megazord scaled with a normal Ranger. And then I figured this would be a pretty good comparison, since this also came out in 2020. Hasbro's basic figure, or basic Dino Megazord, the one that was sold like in the 3-packs. So, which even this doesn't scale with anything, but at least it's a little smaller, and it's definitely more cheaper. I mean, you can get this entire Megazord for like $40, $50-ish dollars. Well, this is starting at like 60 or 65. So it's like, yeah, I don't know. It just is, it's kind of its own thing. It kind of just sits around and really does nothing. But I figured, since at least at one point in time it might have been considered to be part of the Lightning Collection, I figured I'd give it its own little special episode here on April Fool's Day. And then now I can put it back on the shelf and it can continue to collect dust as it's been doing for the last couple of months, because I don't know what to do with it. But that's all I have for this bonus chapter of the Lightning Library. Not a great video, I know, but you know, it was certainly a video. And I hope you guys enjoyed it in some way. Let me know, did you buy this thing? I really don't know of many people who actually decided to bite the bullet on it. The box is pretty, the figure is pretty, but like I've said many times here, I just don't get it. I just don't understand it, and I can't recommend it unless you are just a big Zeo fan or you're as insane as I am. But until next time, you can follow me on Twitter at LivingRangerKey or at LightningFigPR. And until then, I'll see you guys next week for the next proper chapter of the Lightning Library, where we're going to be taking a look at one of the most infamous cases of the Lightning Collection, goofing up badly with Down of Thunder White and their replacement helmet. Until next time, I'll see you all later. Tokusatsu forever.